77 of MLB 19 from the weekends and on the weekends. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19 from the weekends and on the weekends, by the time I get Final Fantasy VIII Remake, that'll be on September 3rd. Borderlands 3 will be September 13th for Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Make sure you smash the like button, guys. Hit that red support button. And turn on notification bell if you guys haven't had the opportunity to do so. If anybody in the chat has a Facebook and a Twitter account of the IamACreatorCommunity.com/IamACreator, tweet it out, share a comment, add it to a playlist. The more we bring in, guys, if anybody has a Facebook and a Twitter account, can tweet it out, share a comment, add it to a playlist as we speak, and never ask anything back in return. This is game 1 of 3. Texas Rangers. The Detroit Tigers hosting the Texas Rangers in game 1 of 3. And as the Tigers defense will be bringing in the 3.60 ERA, 4-4 record of Matthew Boyd, as you guys can see in the chat. So, how are you guys doing this morning? I thought I would get this episode out of the way real quick. Since I go into work today from 11:45 to 8:45, most likely in the order. So I don't think it's going to be a bad idea. And yeah, I don't think it's going to be a bad idea at this point. This is game 1 of 3. Detroit Tigers hosting the Texas Rangers. As you guys can see, going forward. Remember, from the weekends and on the weekends, guys, where we watch our videos in full, we like the videos, we tweet them out, share them, and we add them to a playlist. We'll leave a meaningful comment down below once we're done the rest, and never ask anything back in return. Starting for the Tigers defense, guys, Matthew Boyd, 15th start of the season, 4-4 record, 3.60 ERA. He has given up 100 hits, 12 walks, and 83 strikeouts. Due up for the Rangers offense, Delano DeSeals Jr. That was a 259. Boyd gets signed. Here's the pitch to him. 1-4 record. Strike 1. As we get game 1 of 3 on the way. 7-11 is the first pitch for the evening in game 1 of 3. You guys can see in the chat. I'm also hoping that Leon and Alex can come in today, so we have a little bit of business discussion. And that's the first out for the Rangers for home base in game 1 of 3. As we look at the starting lineup for the Texas Rangers, guys, Hunter Pence batting 226, Azudo Cabrera batting 267, Ruffin Odor batting 300. So far for the Rangers offense, 56 stolen bases, 7 for the American League. Here comes Hunter Pence batting 226, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs to his credit. Boyd gets signed, the 4-4 record, and the pitch. Strike 1. Chicago White Sox visiting the Red Sox 2-0. If you guys have any questions, type it in the chat. Let's go. Let's grow. Pay it forward and be rewarded. Never ask anything back and an extra ton of events. Strong starting rotation. Hunter Pence's average is a 226. Ground ball to right center field. Gives it to first baseman. 2 away for the Rangers in game 1 of 3. He comes to shortstop. Elvis Andrews batting 314, 8 home runs, 38 RBIs to his credit. Boyd gives a sign. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 1. Metropolitans visiting the Phillies 4-0. As you guys already know, I got my second withdrawal back here, so I think I might be at Subway today, and it all depends how it's gonna go though. But I am off at 8:45 tonight, and then I'm off tomorrow. Fly ball to left center field. And that will be a double for the Rangers. Double 13 for Elvis Andrews. Checking out one more time in the chat. Rangers staring at base runner at second with 2 outs.
Here's Joey Gallo now.
Ground ball to first. He gets it in the first in time, and the side is retired in game 1 of 3. Rangers leave 1 in game 1 of 3 as we go to bottom of the first, nothing. Coming to the mound for the Rangers defense, Edison Velasquez. 7th start of the season, 2-2 record. He has an ERA of 2.51, 25 hits. He has given up 16 walks and 27 strikeouts to his resume. Here comes Don Hicks for the Tigers offense, batting .281, 12 home runs, 26 RBIs. As he'll get started for the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch to him. Strike 1. Yeah, guys, pay it forward and be rewarded. If anybody has a Facebook and a Twitter account, tweet it out, share a comment, add it to a playlist, and leaving a meaningful comment afterwards. If you guys can have any questions gathered for this week. Ground ball to left, and he makes the catch. 1 away. In game 1 of 3. Starting lineup for the Tigers offense, Miguel Cabrera batting .324. Mikey Montauk is batting .201. So far for the Tigers offense, guys, in the chat, 20 stolen bases, 15 for the American League. You guys can see. Bottom right of the screen. Here comes the shortstop, Jordi Mercer. In the month of June with the Tigers offense with an average of 195, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. His overall average is a 256. As we speak. In game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch to him. Strike 1. If you guys can hear me, type it in the chat. If you guys can. Ball 1. I won't be live anymore today, so after I'm done with this. And then after 8:45, I may spend time with my baby for a little bit, maybe. It all depends what's going to be going on. And then I'm off tomorrow. Ball 2. So tomorrow morning, guys, tomorrow's Tuesday. You guys will get a new episode of Borderlands 2. And then we'll be all set. Ground ball to center field. He gives it to first baseman. 2 outs for the Tigers offense. Here comes the first baseman for the American League, Miguel Cabrera. Batting .324, 7 home runs, 31 RBIs to his credit. His favorite shot is any kind of ball that's pretty much inside the zone. As you guys can see, the hit speed on your left side of your screen is 83%. Ball 1. That's pretty much that for any player that's on any baseball team. Most of the time, so. But it's all good. It's all favorable. Ball 2 in game 1 of 3.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where
Ball
he's
3.
likely to be successful.
On deck, Nick Castellanos batting .315. Something about NBC channels. Well, I haven't used my cable for a while. Ball 4, first walk for the Rangers. Wow. In game 1 of 3. Here comes the right fielder, Nick Castellanos, batting .315 for the American League. 14 home runs, 36 RBIs to his credit. You guys can see in the chat.
You could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but
Tigers sitting at base runner first with 2 outs.
Considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Strike 1.
Pitch fastball in there for a called strike.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Cabrera, the runner at first with 2 gone.
0-1 count. Ground ball to center field. He gives it to second baseman, and the side is retired. In game 1 of 3. As we go to top of the second, 0-0. In game 1 of 3. Due up for the Rangers offense. In game 1 of 3, guys, in the set. Azulo Cabrera, batting .267, 6 home runs, 36 RBIs, and 11 stolen bases. Boyd gives the sign. Here's the pitch to him. Foul ball to right, strike 1. There's actually 2 Cabreras on each team. One is on the offense and pretty much different on the form. Foul ball to left, strike 2. It's not all so bad. Boyd looking for the out. 4-4 record. Fly ball to right center field. And he makes the catch. 1 out for the Rangers. Excuse me.
Look at the Tigers on D. And let's focus on former Triple Crown.
Here's the defensive lineup for the Tigers defense. Jordi Mosso, Miguel Cabrera, Grayson Grenier, Zamir Candelario, Nick Castellanos, Mikey Mato, Kristen Stewart. As you guys can see. Here comes the first baseman, Dustin Smoke. Dustin Smoke, his last 8 games with the Rangers offense. He's been 12 for 30, but now it's a 400. He's batting .251, 8 home runs, 32 RBIs. To his credit. Boyd sets the target in the pits. Ball 1. Let me know what you guys think. Shout out to AEW, All Elite Wrestling. It's gonna be coming. Remember, guys, AEW is gonna be coming into the TNT channels on October 4th, if I'm correct. And for SmackDown Live goes to Fox. Check swing, ball 2. Metropolitans visiting the Phillies 4-0. 2-1 count by Boyd. Ground ball to right center field, and that will be a single for the Rangers.
Man, I watched Chipper Jones for years, one of the best switch hitters.
Chicago Cubs hosting the Braves 3-2.
Put the time in, but bottom line is, one of the reasons why they do it is the ability to work the whole field.
Rangers staring at base runner first with 1 out.
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now.
Here's Boyd again, ground ball to left center field, and that will be a single for the Rangers. Oh my goodness. In game 1 of 3. Check it out one more time in the chat, guys.
Things you like to do on a pitcher is try to jump on him early before he gets settled in. So far, so good. First and second looks like a big.
Rangers staring at base runner first and second with 1 out. Here's Boyd again. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ruffin Lindor, batting .300, 11 home runs, 41 RBIs to his credit. San Diego Padres visiting the Orioles, 3-1. Strike 2 in game 1 of 3 from the weekends and on the weekends. Looking for the out, Boyd. Foul ball to left, strike 2.
First and second now, 1 man out. There's a swing.
Fly ball to right center field. He picks up a block, and that is gone. 3-1 shot to right center field. From run by Lindor, 356 feet, as the Rangers take the first lead in game 1 of 3. 3-0 Rangers. Top of the second with 1 out. Oh my goodness. Here comes game 1 of 3.
He couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it. But
here it is one more time.
Great swing on it.
You guys have any questions? Type it in the chat. Let's go. Let's grow. But it's all good. Here's the pitch by Boyd. Strike 1. Zed Bandy, batting 186, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, and 1 stolen base. The 0-1 count by Boyd. Strike 2.
back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come
Looking for
back
the
with
out,
yet
Boyd.
another?
Normally not a
1-4
good
record.
pitching plan to throw the
Ball
same
one.
hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders.
If you guys want to catch more MLB 19 from the weekends and on the weekends, be sure to hit that like button and turn on notification bell if you guys haven't had the opportunity to do so. If anybody in the chat has a Facebook and a Twitter account, tweet it out, share, comment, add it to a playlist, and leave a meaningful comment down below with the hashtag #IamACreator community equals hashtag pay it forward. Delano DeCeos Jr. is 0 for 1 if they pop out in the first. But let me know what you guys think. Let's go, let's grow. When we watch our videos in full, we like the videos, ball one. We tweet out the videos and we add them to a playlist. And we'll leave a meaningful comment down below once we've done the rest, and we're good to go. Ball two. DeCeos Jr. is 0 for 1.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now, he needs to think about this hitter.
Now the 2-0.
Strike one.
For strike one.
A 2-1 count by Boyd. Foul ball to left, strike two. Foul ball to right again, strike two. And a pop-up to first. And he makes the catch. And the side is retired. Here's the waypoint one more time. 3-1 shot to right center field. In game 1 of 3. As you guys can see in the chat. So we go to bottom of the second. Rangers up 3-0. 2 up for the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3, guys. Is Christian Stewart batting .222, 8 home runs, 25 RBIs. As he gets prepared for the Tigers offense.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Here's the pitch by Valquez, strike one.
The plate is a sinker for a called strike one.
Love jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, but this game is far from over. A lot of innings left to be played. He's going to have to continue to execute out on that mound.
The
0-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike two, excuse me.
Swing and a miss.
Ball one. Boston Red Sox hosting the White Sox 3-3. Ground ball to center field, straight center field. And that is a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball.
Can go on with Pixels. The new Borderline Street trailer, I will be buying that for on September 13th, week before I go to Washington, D.C. Here comes the second baseman, Nico Goodrum. 5-game hitting streak with the Tigers offense. He's been 8 for 19, guys, with an average of .421 with the Tigers offense. Tigers staring at base runner first with no outs in game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch by Valquez. Ball one. From the weekends and on the weekends.
Stewart aboard here at first with nobody out.
Strike one.
To even the count. 1-1.
Chicago Cubs hosting the Braves 3-2. Comes the 1-1 by Valquez.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Ball two. As the base runner from first goes to second for the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3. They'll be scoring as a wild pitch.
Well, the graphic here isn't going to properly show just how far
Here it is one more time.
from the strike zone. That thing wasn't
11 inches for the pitch break and 79 miles an hour for the pitch speed. as that was on the left side of your screen. 2-1 count.
The 2-1.
Ground ball to left center field, and that will be a single for the Tigers. That'll be scored as an E6 in game 1 of 3, guys. Here comes center fielder Mikey Montauk, batting .201, 11 home runs and 25 RBIs to his credit for the Tigers offense. Tigers staring at base runner first and second with no outs. Here's the pitch by Valquez.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1.
They'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
This is one of those classic bunt situations here, but it's not a given anymore like it used to be, and that's the case even more so in the American League.
Strike 1.
1-1.
Tweet out the live stream, guys. The more people we bring in, the more we all grow and win together. As much as we can gather. Fly ball to straight center field. Picks up a block and then perhaps, guys, that will be a 2 RBI triple. As the Tigers caught the Rangers lead is 3-2. Bottom of the second with 1 out. Check it out one more time, folks. The I Am a Creator community. Oh my goodness. Tigers staring at base runner at third with no outs. It's a pitch by Valquez. Ball 1. Grayson Grenier batting .179, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs to his credit. Ball 2.
Good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Well, you have to have a lot of confidence and composure to pitch effectively, and right now, I'm just not seeing it. He looks kind of rattled out there to me.
The runner in scoring position with none out.
Strike 1, little outside the zone that time. Two and 1 count. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth.
88 miles an hour from the hand from the Rangers defense.
But that one right there had such good
Foul ball to right, strike 2. In game 1 of 3.
The 2-2 one more time.
Fly ball to straight center field. He picks up a block and he makes the catch. The first out for the Tigers offense. Well, the base runner from third goes to home. As the Tigers caught the Rangers lead, it's 3 runs apiece. Bottom of the second with 1 out. It's been a good game 1 of 3 so far. Comes third baseman Samir Candelario, batting .289, 10 home runs, 26 RBIs. To his credit. In game 1 of 3.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Strike 1.
Power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all away, and he was going to zone him up.
Strike 2.
Looking as the sinker bores down the middle of the plate.
Talk about challenging a guy. He offered up 2 in a row right down the chute, and the batter didn't even flinch. Gotta wonder what he was looking for.
Ground ball to right, and he makes the catch. 2 outs for the Tigers offense. In game 1 of 3.
Stepping in and ready for another shot.
Comes Don Hicks. He's 0 for 1 with a line out in the first.
First delivery to him on the way.
Here's the pitch by Valquez. Strike 1.
Pitch to hit a sinker down the chute, but it's taken for a strike.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably
Art Studio would be a big maybe. Here's the pitch by Valquez. Ground ball to left, center field, and that will be a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3. That'll be scored as a base hit. Here comes the manager from the Rangers manager from the bullpen. Here comes the shortstop, Jordy Mercer. He's 0 for 1. They ground out in the first. Tigers staring at base runner in first with 2 outs. Valquez gets signed. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 1.
Man, I really like the way this lineup is making this guy work today.
He has given up 7 balls and 16 strikes by a total of 23.
Runs already home here.
The 1-0 count by Valquez. Ball 2.
Wide 2-0.
He's gone back-to-back with off-speed stuff to start this AB, and neither has found the zone. He's trying to pitch him backwards, but that only works if you can get them for strikes. Now he'll probably have to challenge it.
Strike 1.
Strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-1.
The 2-1 count by Valquez. Sets the target in the pits. Fly ball to right center field. And he makes the good catch, and the side is retired. In game 1 of 3. Tigers give up 3. As we go to top of the 3rd, tie game 3-3 apiece. It's been a good early game so far. In game 1 of 3. If you have any questions about the idle guys, it's been a little bit of a mix. If you guys want to know, you guys let me know in the chat. Between the top 2 or 3. Boyd gets signed. Here's the pitch. 4-4 record. Ball 1. Hunter Pence is 0 for 1 in the chat. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Game 1 of 3.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a
swing and a miss, strike 2.
I think getting the leadoff man in every inning is important as a pitcher. When you're coming off an inning that you really
something about a Lizzie McGuire reboot. I read something about that, but I'm not interested.
The 1-2.
Fly ball to right center field. And he makes the catch. One away. Tigers have a win today. They will cut the Indians' lead and catch up with the Twins, Royals, and the Chicago White Sox. It's only a half game behind one of those teams. Here comes Elvis Andrus. He's 1 for 1 with a double in the first. Hold on. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Here's the pitch by Boyd. Strike 1.
So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
I just had to sneeze a couple times, but I'm okay.
The 0-1.
Ball 1.
As he lays off below the zone.
It's pretty much just going to be a little bit of the rain that's going to be coming in today. But I don't think it's going to bother me. The way it's just not a fucking thunderstorm or anything today, so it'll be okay. I think I might be okay today, so. Since it's going to be fucking raining most of the time today, the temperature is going to be between the mid-60s if I'm right. And that's out number 2 for the Rangers offense. Chicago Cubs hosting the Braves 3-3. Here comes Joey Gallo. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out in the first. So yeah, we're going to be getting some rain today and then thunderstorms tomorrow. But the temperature is going to rise up a little bit. The 0-1 count by Boyd. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes.
So the temperature is currently 62 right now, but it's going to be, you see guys, it's going to be between 1 of 2 for this week. Looking for the out Boyd. And he struck him out. That's out number 3, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Rangers offense. As we go to bottom of the 3rd, 3-3 apiece in game 1 of 3. 2 up for the Tigers offense, Miguel Cabrera. He threw a walk his first time in game 1 of 3. But at least, hopefully, I don't fucking sneeze anymore. At least my strength says they can't sneeze anymore. I was actually one of the characters from Hostage Call 4 for the PS2. But it's all good. Strike 1. Miguel Cabrera was batting .324 in game 1 of 3. Here comes the 1-1 count. Fly ball to straight center field in game 1 of 3, and he makes the catch 1 away. Here comes right fielder Nick Castellanos. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out in the first. In game 1 of 3. It's a pitch by Valquez. Strike 1.
1 out, nobody on.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low, we got action.
Ball 1. Nick Castellanos is 0 for 1. Set up the Sports Time Machine. How you doing, sir? Swing and a miss. Now it's the second out for the Tigers offense. But strikeout by Valquez. Here comes Chris Stewart. He's 1 for 1 with a single.
First offering on its way. And this is on the outside.
Strike 1.
Strike 1.
0-1 count. Ground ball to the mound, and he gives it the first baseman in time, and the side is retired in game 1 of 3. As we go to top of the 4th, tie game 3-3 apiece in game 1 of 3. Due up for the Rangers offense in game 1 of 3 in the chat. Azul Cabrera, he's 0 for 1 with a flyout in the second. I decided to put a different pair in today since it's going to be raining, but it's not going to be that bad. If I don't put any Slim Jims in, but it'll be okay. I mean, it's going to be raining all day today, but it's not going to be that bad. Fly ball to right center field, and that's the first out for the Rangers offense. But I'll survive. I'll survive any particular time, especially if I hear anything from Alice and Leon. Kennedy, that is. We'll see how that goes.
Into the box now, Justin Smoke.
Ball 1. Boston Red Sox hosting the White Sox 5-3. Justin Smoke is 1 for 1 from the weekends and on the weekends.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the
strike 1. Kansas City Royals visiting the Indians 7-5.
And you carve out a career the way this guy has. Nice.
If you guys can hear me, type it in the chat. Foul ball to right, strike 2. Ball 2.
And a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Don't be surprised if
we got 1 in the hot seat. We got 1 like so far. Can we get up to 3 likes in the chat, guys? 3 likes in the chat, please. Swing and a miss. And that's the second out for the Rangers offense. Second strikeout by Matthew Boyd, the 4-4 record of the season. For the Tigers defense, here it is one more time.
So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off.
As he was about to fucking almost slip out of the home base as we speak. Here's the pitch by Boyd. Strike one.
As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
Washington Nationals visiting the Marlins 2-1. 0-1 count by Boyd. Ball one. Atlanta Braves visiting the Cubbies 4-3. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of selling.
That's Boyd's given up 14 balls and 37 strikes, a total of 51. Oakland Athletics visiting the Cardinals 1-0. Here comes the 1-2 by Boyd. Foul ball to right, strike two. Foul ball to right, to field, and he makes, and that's still strike two. Swing and a miss as he struck him out, and the side is retired. That was Simpson 2 of the Rangers offense. As we go to bottom of the fourth, 3-3 apiece in game 1 of 3. Tweet out the live stream, guys. Let people know that we are live, paying it forward. If anybody in the chat has a Facebook and a Twitter account, so always tweet it out, share a comment, add it to a playlist, and we'll leave a meaningful comment down below once we're done the rest, and we're good to go. And we never ask any support back afterwards. Just letting everybody know. Do up for the Tigers offense, Nico Goodrum. He restarted an error his first time in game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch by Valquez. Strike one, but almost outside the zone that time. The 0-1 count. Game 1 of 3. Fly ball to right center field. And that will be a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3. Here comes the center fielder, Maki Matuk. He's 1 for 1 with a triple in game 1 of 3. Tigers staring at base runner first, but no outs. Here's the pitch by Valquez. Strike one. Fly ball to right center field, and he makes the catch. And that'll be the first out for the Tigers offense.
And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Rangers.
But yeah, as for the idol, I don't know how to book this. Well, my love and I put on a good romantic show last night. That I will say. But I think we still have it narrowed down to 2 of them. What I was thinking, you know, I mean, I'll let my top moderator come in the chat so you guys, so they can inform a little bit. Grayson Grenier has a sacrifice fly his first time. But I'll have my top moderator see what he thinks. Most likely in the order. Ball 1. But my love and I have been getting plenty of ideas for the idol for next year. Of what would be the one song we'll hold on to its descendants, the one we're going to be targeting with. That's the problem. I mean, it's a mix-up right now. It's pretty much a mix-up in the bag, but it all depends. Comes the 1-1 by Valquez in game 1 of 3. Ground ball to second, and that will be a single for the Tigers. If it scored as an E4.
Particularly graceful there, and as a result, he'll be slapped with an E4 on the play.
Here comes third baseman Zamir Candelario. He's 0 for 1 if it line out in the second. Valquez gets a sign with his set target. Here's the pitch. Strike one.
And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1.
0-1 count by Valquez in game 1 of 3. Foul ball behind the batter's box, strike 2.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Foul ball to left, strike 2. Milwaukee Brewers hosting the Mariners 1-0. And he struck him out. Now it's out number 2 for the Tigers offense. Second strikeout by Valquez.
Second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tied.
I'm making my location for my pickup since I'm going to be going in later on this morning. John Hicks is 1 for 2 with a single in the second. Like I said, guys, I've got. Here's how it's gonna end up this week. I go in 11:45 this morning to ball 1, 11:45 to 8:45 today, and then I'm off tomorrow. And then sadly, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm not gonna be live in the morning, especially if I get any fucking turnarounds for anything. And then, yeah, I have 3 9-to-5s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I don't know. It's going to be tough to tell. But we'll see what happens. Fly ball to left center field. It picks up a block, and that will be an RBI single for the Tigers offense as the Tigers take the lead. It's 4-0 Tigers, bottom of the 4th with 2 outs. Check it out one more time in the chat, guys. And let me know what you guys think. But I will be getting Final Fantasy VIII Remake, not this week, but next week. It won't be a problem. In game 1 of 3 from the weekends and on the weekends. Valquez gets a sign. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Jody Mercer is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out in game 1 of 3. But it's all good. I mean, if I go live after 5, it all depends how it's going to go. I'm still keeping a single format forevermore for the IamACreativeCommunity.com. And a pop-up to right. And he makes the catch. And the side is retired. In game 1 of 3. Tigers leave the 2. As we go to top of the 5th, Tigers up 4-3 in game 1 of 3. Due up for the Rangers offense, Ruffin Adore. He had a 3-1 start his first time. Boyd still on the mound, and the pitch to him. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
The windup and the 0-1.
Ball 1.
Ball below the zone, that's ball 1.
Ball 2.
Just inside.
New York Yankees. Here comes the 2-1 by Boyd. Foul ball to left, strike 2.
Here now the 2-2.
Foul ball to left, strike 2. Behind the batter's box.
That'll continue. Here now the 2-2.
Swing and a miss. And that's the first out for the Rangers offense. Fourth strikeout by Matthew Boyd. Minnesota Twins hosting the Rays 2-0.
I think he might last a while longer if he can keep this up.
Here comes the catcher, Jet Bandy. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out in the second. Here's the pitch by Boyd. And they pop up to right center field in game 1 of 3, and he makes the catch, and that's the second out for the Rangers offense. Here comes Delano De Seals Jr. He's 0 for 2 with 2 pop outs.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last
Strike
attempt.
1.
Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
You can clearly
Chicago
see
Cubs
the hitter didn't like
hosting
that
the Braves
strike
5-5.
And his manager, he didn't like it either, as he's giving the umpire an earful from that dugout.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A swing and a
Foul ball to left, strike 2.
That'll get foul. It's 0-2 now.
Boyd looking for the out, 4-4 record.
Breaking ball. That hitter looked like
And he struck him out. In game 1 of 3, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Rangers offense. As we go to bottom of the 5th, Tigers up 4-3. Game 1 of 3. Due up for the Tigers offense. Miguel Cabrera, he's 0 for 1 with a walk in the 1st. Oh my goodness. In game 1 of 3. I'm also just maybe, my pun can come in chat for a little bit. We can tell what's going on. Ball 1.
Not sure where that one missed, and I'm not sure the pitcher does.
Here's the
either.
replay one more time. 7 inches, the pitch speed is 84 miles an hour.
The 1-0.
Ball 2.
Missing here, 2-0.
I can't tell you how big a pitch that is right there to be called the ball. 2-0 as an offensive player, man, it's almost 70% fastball. 1-1, he opens up the entire
The 2-0 count by Valquez. Ball 3.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
3-0 count by Valquez. Ball 4. That was a walk by the Rangers in game 1 of 3.
One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Here comes Nick Castellanos. He has struck out and he has grounded out in game 1 of 3.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper.
And is staring at base runner first with no outs in game 1 of 3.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Strike 1.
There for strike 1, 0-1.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher
Valquez gives sign. Comes the 0-1 count by Valquez. Fly ball to straight center field in game 1 of 3, and that will be a single for the Tigers. In game 1 of 3 in the chat. Comes Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart's 1 for 2 with a single in game 1 of 3. Valquez gives sign. And the pitch, strike 1.
There's a fastball right down Broadway taken for a strike.
You're on the mound in this situation, you only have 2 options. You got to find a way to strike this next guy out or get him to ground into a double play.
The 0-1 count by Valquez. Fly ball to right center field. He picks up a block, and that will be an RBI double for the Tigers offense. As the Tigers extend the lead, it's 5-3 Tigers, bottom of the 5th with no outs. Here it is one more time in the chat. In game 1 of 3. Oh my goodness. Here comes the manager for the Rangers, for the Texas Rangers, coming to the mound. And that will be it for Valquez for the Rangers defense. Coming to the mound for the Rangers defense, Jesse Chavez. Jesse Chavez making his 22nd game of the season, 3-2 record. ERA of 3. Has an ERA of 3.05, and he has 30 strikeouts. Tigers staring at base runner second and third with no outs in game 1 of 3. Tigers gives Chavez gives sign and the pits. Ball 1.
A hit and 2 tries for him so far.
Nick Goodrum is 1 for 2 with a single.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
Strike 1.
And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
The 1-1 count by Chavez.
The 1-1 home.
Fly ball to straight center field. He picks up a block and he makes the catch, 1 away. While the base runner from second goes to third, third goes to home. As the Rangers extend the lead, it's 6-3 Tigers, bottom of the 5th with 1 out in game 1 of 3. Here comes the center fielder, Maki Matuk. He's 1 for 2 with a triple in game 1 of 3.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Here's the pitch. Strike 1.
This pitch is right down the middle, strike 1.
Hey, I don't have a problem with him taking a pitch right there. It's a good opportunity to see what he's got. Also a good opportunity to see if he's going to be pounding the strike zone.
Stewart stands at third with 1 gone in the inning.
The 0-1 count by Jesse Chavez. Swing and a miss, strike 2 in game 1 of 3.
Chavez is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever.
If you guys have any questions, type it in the chat.
Or like this guy,
Let's go, let's grow.
He has good stuff, not great
Ball
stuff.
1.
He's not afraid to
Rangers
let
have given up
defense
1 walk.
help him out and make some plays. Definitely a strikeout situation here with the runner on third, so that's smart. Trying to make him chase that slider out of the zone.
Struck him out.
And he struck him out, and that's the second out for the Tigers offense. First strikeout by Jesse Chavez.
Wrapped him up with a changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Against Grayson Grenier, he's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. Chavez gives the sign.
First pitch.
And the pitch. Strike 1. Little up inside the zone. Here's the pitch by Chavez. 0-1 count. Game 1 of 3. Ground ball to left center field. He gives it to first baseman in time, and the side is retired. In game 1 of 3 in the chat. Tigers give up another couple give up a couple. As we go to top of the 6th, Tigers up 6-3. In game 1 of 3. Due up for the Rangers offense, Hunter Pitts. He's flown out and he has grounded out. In game 1 of 3.
2-3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
He's still, Matthew Boyd's still on the mound, 4-4 record. In game 1 of 3. The Pitts. Ball 1.
Catch the zone there, ball 1.
Ball 2. San Diego Padres visiting the Orioles 4-1.
The 2-0 on the way.
Strike 1.
Outside for a strike.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Instead, it's 2-2.
In game 1 of 3, here's the pitch by Boyd. And he struck him out. And that's out number 1 for the Rangers. 6th strikeout by Matthew Boyd. Oh, wow.
Inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't
Here it is one more time.
but with the hitter
8 inches for the pitch break, 80 miles an hour for the pitch speed.
probably not going to do much with it when he does make
Boy gets signed, nods his head, and the pitch. Foul ball to right in the stands.
A hit in 2 at-bats for him.
That's strike 1. Elvis Andrews is 1 for 2 if they double in the first. He's 6 for 15 against Matthew Boyd with a double.
Here it comes now to Andrus.
Ball 1 in game 1 of 3. Pay it forward, guys, and be rewarded. Never ask anything back in return. Ball 2. Tomorrow morning, Borderlands 2 will be ready to go. Metropolitans visiting the Phillies 5-1.
the way pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there?
So we'll be all set. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Most catchers won't call to the same location.
The Nationals visiting the Marlins 2-1.
You know, we haven't seen that pitch from him in a while, but it looks like he's got pretty good feel for it. If he's going to pick and choose when he's going to use it, he could steal some strikes that way.
So far the connection has been good. Fly ball to right center field, and he makes the catch. Out number 2 for the Rangers offense in game 1 of 3. Here comes Zoe Gallo. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out in game 1 of 3. Boyd gets signed, nods his head, and the pitch to him. Foul ball to right, strike 1. St. Louis Cardinals hosting the Athletics 3-3 piece. Strike 2.
But that gets the zone for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Looking for the out, Boyd. Ball 1.
Fastball well off the plate for a ball.
Pitch count by inning for the Tigers defense. Matthew Boyd has a total of 77, I believe. Swing and a miss. And that's a strikeout, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Rangers offense. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tigers up 6-3. Due up for the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3, guys, in the chat. From the weekends and on the weekends. Demir Candelario. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a line out.
2 strikes in this spot has to put the ball in play.
Here comes the first pitch.
Here's the first pitch to him. Strike 1.
No balls and a strike.
Going 1 count by Chavez. Fly ball to right center field. And that will be a double for the Tigers.
He'll pull into second here with nobody out.
24th double by Demir Candelario. Check it out one more time, guys, in the chat.
And he plays the role pretty well right here. Gets the leadoff double, and now he gives the real leadoff man a chance to bring him home.
Tigers staring at base runner second with no outs in game 1 of 3.
Digging into the back.
Here's the pitch to him. Strike 1.
0-1 the count. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
John Hicks is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. The 0-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
And now it's 0-2.
In game 1 of 3. Ball 1.
Holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Candelario stands at second with no outs.
1-2 count. Ground ball to left center field. Gives it to first baseman, 1 away.
In time for the first out. Runner at second.
Shortstop Jordy Mercer is 0 for 3 with a pop out in the 4th.
Mercer.
I'll be alright.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Strike 1.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Jordy Mercer's 0 for 3.
6 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers.
strike 2.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in the dirt?
Let's see if my top moderator can finally come in the chat this morning and see what's going on. Fly ball to straight center field. And he makes the catch, and that's the second out for the Tigers. Base runner at second goes to third for the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3.
That was a nice job to track that one down to the alley.
As guys can also see in the chat, as we are about to approach the 1 hour limit in game 1 of 3. From the weekends and on the weekends. Here comes Miguel Cabrera. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Savaz sign, strike 1.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty.
Pay it forward, guys, and be rewarded. Never ask anything back in return. Never give up, never surrender. Savaz sets the target, 0-1 count.
Without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1,
Fly ball to straight center field. And that will be a single for the Tigers. As the Tigers, as it's now 7-3 Tigers, bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. Right fielder Dick Castellanos is up to bat. He's 1 for 3 with a single in game 1 of 3 in the chat. If you guys have any questions, type it in the chat. Like I said, the idol is a mix-up bag right now between the top 2. And then, strike 1. And then the night to sign, black and white is still in the lead. 32nd RBI this year with the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3. Spence gives the sign, and here's the 0-1. Fly ball to straight center field. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired.
Tigers get 1 here on 2 hits in the inning.
Tigers leave a couple. As we go to the top of the 7th, Tigers up 7-3. Game 1 of 3. Yeah, tweet out the live stream, guys. The more people we bring in, the more we all grow, win, and make a total difference when we watch our videos in full. We like the videos, we tweet them out, save them, and we add them to a good playlist. And we leave a meaningful comment once we've done the rest, and we're good to go. Here comes Azudo Cabrera. We're going to grab something big for the Rangers offense. He is flown out and he is lined out in game 1 of 3. Boyd gives the sign. Here's the pitch to him. Foul ball to left, strike 1.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
Foul ball to right, strike 2. Looking for the out, Boyd. Ball 1.
Off the outside, it's 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Ground ball to right. He gets it to first baseman. Out number 1 for the Rangers offense. Here comes first baseman Dustin Smoke. He's 1 for 2 with a single in game 1 of 3. Boyd nods his head. Here's the pitch. Foul ball to right, strike 1.
3 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors for the Rangers to this point.
Ground ball to left center field. And that will be a single for the Rangers.
Fortunately, the catcher's there to back things up.
And if he scores an E6.
Nowhere close. As we take a look at it, you could see it sail high and down the right field line of the bag. Not sure he rushed the thrower. He just lost the grip as it left his hand, but he's not going to be happy with himself about that throw.
Standing in now.
It's the pitch by Boyd. Foul ball to left, strike one.
He's working on a 1-for-2 game.
Sansu 2 is 1 for 2 with a single. The record between him and Matthew Boyd is 2 for 11.
The 0-1.
Swing and a miss, strike two. Atlanta Braves visiting the Cubs 7 to 5 in game 1 of 3.
Deep into the outing, but his slider is still staying sharp. He doesn't look at all like
For the out, Boyd.
He looks as good now as he did early on in the game.
Foul ball to left in the stands, strike 2.
But this will be foul. The next 0-2. Down the
Ground ball to left line.
And that's a fair ball.
And that will be a single for the Rangers in game 1 of 3.
Adapt and persevere. That's what I always
Check it
say
out
on
one
the
more
offensive
time.
side. Down in the count right there. Batted it to ground ball the other way. He's able to fight off a tough count and get himself a base hit.
Comes Ruffin Adorn. He's 1 for 2 with a 3-1 shot in the second inning. In game 1 of 3.
Striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell
Rangers
he
serving
was
out
laid
base
on
runner
that
first
ball.
and second with
And
1
we'll
out.
see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Ball 1. San Diego Padres visiting the Orioles 6 to 1. You have 2 and Smoke on first and second for the Rangers offense.
The 1-0 home.
Ball 2. Houston Astros hosting the Pirates 2-0. Adorn is 1 for 2.
So the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Ball 3. Rangers have given up 2 walks. On deck, Zed Bandy with an average of 183.
You have to find a way to stop struggling. Compose yourself and get your mechanics on point. It'd be a shame to let this
Strike
slip
1.
away.
Rising fastball and it catches the zone for a strike.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something.
Cincinnati Reds visiting the Angels 2-0.
You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
And he turns
Fly ball to right center field. It picks up a block and it is gone. 3-1 shot for the Rangers offense. 13th home run by Adorn. Second home run of the game for the Rangers offense. As the Rangers cut the Tigers lead. It's 7 to 6. Tigers top of the 7th with 1 out. Oh my goodness.
3-1 with 2
Game 1 of 3 is heating up, guys, from the weekends and on the weekends.
Knew that more than anybody else.
All you have to say is wow and
He knew his opponent was
damn. As the Tigers defense will be bringing in a different pitcher, they will be bringing in Shane Green. Here comes the manager for the Tigers.
And a change is forthcoming as that's
Offense and defense come to the mound, and that'll be it for Matthew Boyd, 4-4 record for a good elevation. Coming to the mound for the Tigers defense, Shane Green, 17th game of the season, 1-1 record, with 2 saves, 4.37 ERA, and he also has 18 strikeouts. Green gives a sign. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball 1. Zed Bandy is 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out in game 1 of 3. Ground ball to right. First baseman gets it the first. 2 outs for the Rangers offense. Here comes center fielder Delino De Seals Jr. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout in the 5th. Green gets signed, nods his head, and the pitch. Strike 1.
And that's taken for strike 1.
Bunt attempt to left. Foul ball, strike 2. One for the out, Green. And he struck him out. And the side is retired. In game 1 of 3, as we speak. Here it is one more time, 3-1 shot to right center field. As we go to bottom of the 7th, Tigers up 7 to 6. Due up for the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3 in the chat. the I Am a Creator community, Chris and Stewart. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a single in game 1 of 3. Chavez gives a sign and the pits. Ball 1.
Pitch here misses wide, 1-0.
Here comes the 1-0 by Chavez. Strike 1.
That's right there, and we're even at 1.
Foul ball to left, strike 2. And a pop-up to home base.
Bandy is under it.
And that's out number 1 in game 1 of 3. Cleveland Indians hosting the Royals 9-7. Here comes Nico Goodwin. He's 1 for 2 with a single and 2 runs.
In the ball game thus far.
Chavez sets the target and the pits. Strike 1.
Gets ahead 0-1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
So we played 90, the pitch speed 93 miles an hour in game 1 of 3. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
And now it's 0-2.
Nico Goodwin is 1 for 2.
I can picture being in the box. That pitch looks so good to hit.
Yes, so we play one more time.
A good executed high fastball usually blows 9 out of 10 guys away.
Swing and a miss, and that's the second out for the Tigers offense. The Nationals hosting the visiting the Marlins 5-1.
Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering at pitches that
here it is one more time.
do anything with.
Here's the pitch by Chavez. Strike 1 below the zone. Mikey Mato gets 1 for 3 with a triple and 2 RBIs.
Windup and the
0-1 count by Chavez. Check swing, strike 2.
Plain as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. 2 out, nobody on.
Fly ball to right center field. He picks up a block, and that will be a double for the Tigers. 12th double by Maki Montauk. Here it is one more time in the set. In game 1 of 3. Tigers staring at base runner at second with 2 outs. Chavez is ready to go. Sets the target. And the pits. Strike 1. Grayson Grenier is over 2 with a sacrifice fly.
Comes set, the 0-1.
Ball 1.
Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball.
Ground ball to straight center field. And that will be an RBI single. And as it's now 8-6 Tigers, bottom of the 7th with 2 outs in game 1 of 3. Here it is one more time in the chat, guys. Pay it forward and be rewarded. Never ask any support back afterwards. Tigers staring at base runner first with 2 outs.
That's not the case now.
Here's the pitch by Chavez. Ball 1.
Lays off 1-0. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats.
Samir Candelario is 1 for 3 with a double. Here's the pitch by Chavez. Strike one.
Zone for a strike.
Fly ball to straight center field. In game 1 of 3, and he makes a good catch. And the side is retired. In game 1 of 3. Rangers give a couple. As we go to top of the 8th, Tigers up 8-6. This has been a good game. Good game 1 of 3. As you guys can see from the weekends and on the weekends in the chat.
About the team's offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together.
If you guys have any questions, type it in the chat about the idol or night to sign.
I know that a lot of little things are going right. Now, it's just a matter of maintaining that through the rest of the game. Guys?
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Here comes Hunter Pence. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout in the 6th. Game 1 of 3. Green sets the target and the pitch to him. Strike 1.
They could certainly use that right now.
No balls and a strike to count.
Fly ball to straight center field. Left center field, excuse me. In game 1 of 3, and he makes the catch. 1 away. New York Yankees hosting the Blue Jays 3-0. Here comes Elvis Andrus. He's 1 for 3 with a double in the 1st inning. In game 1 of 3.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Strike 1. Boston Red Sox hosting the White Sox 5-3. Ball 1. And the attendance in game 1 of 3 in the chat, guys, 19,759. Fly ball to left center field. He makes the catch. 2 away for the Rangers offense. Here comes Joey Gallo. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout in the 6th. Here comes Green. Strike 1. Strike 2.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first 2 pitches were in the outer half, but nothing saying he can't ride a fastball in right here.
Ball 1.
Went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2.
Foul ball at the home base. Strike 2.
The 1-2.
Swing and a miss. And that's the 3rd out, and the side is retired in game 1 of 3. As we go to bottom of the 8th, Tigers up 8-6 in game 1 of 3. Coming to the mound for the Rangers defense, guys, Matt Bush. In his 46th game of the season, 4-4 record, 3.57 ERA. And he's also given up 42 strikeouts. Here comes John Hicks. He's 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Game 1 of 3 from the weekends and on the weekends. Bush gives sign. Here's the pitch to him. Strike 1.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Bush is on the shorter side as a right-handed pitcher at 5'9" tall. He's in his 4th season as a major league player.
The 0-1 count by Matt Bush.
The 0-1 on its way.
Fly ball to straight center field. And that is a single for the Tigers.
So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
Houston Astros hosting the Pirates 4-0. Here's the replay one more time.
This could be huge.
Tomorrow morning, Borderlands 2 gets a new episode, as I'll be doing in the morning since I'm off tomorrow. Bush gives the sign, sets the target, and the pitch. Ball 1.
Unable to find the zone with the slider. Struggling so far in this one and looking to.
Cody Mercer's 0 for 4 with a flyout in the 6th. strike one, little outside to the left side of the zone.
Some movement now in that Texas bullpen as a left-hander.
At the Rangers bullpen, Zemir Gomez and Zach Curtis. I have no fucking idea. Strike two. Thought he must have 0 for 4.
Gets his lead at first, nobody out.
Swing and a miss, and that's the first out for the Tigers. First strikeout by Matt Buss. Taking out one more time.
What makes it so effective?
I think Matt would makes it such a tough pitch.
Pitch speed 96 miles an hour. Tigers staring at base runner first with 1 out.
As a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on.
Here's the pitch by Buss. Ball 1.
The fastball here is they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Strike 1.
Strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
As Matt Buss gets signed, 1-1 count. Fly ball to straight center field. And that will be base runners trying to go to second and third, and that's the second out for the Tigers. While the base runner from first goes to second. Oh my goodness. Standing up, coming up next to bat for the Tigers offense, Nick Castellanos is 1 for 4 with a single in the tap. Game 1 of 3.
And there's the 4th wide one, so he's aboard on the intentional walk.
As there will be an intentional walk for the Tigers offense. 3rd walk for the Tigers. Actually, the different team actually. Here comes Kristen Stewart. He's 2 for 4 with a double and a single. Buss gets signed. Here's the pitch to him. Strike 1.
Right there for strike 1.
Hey, be thankful the batter was sitting on something else, or that pitch might have went a long way. Those cement mixers, you get the barrel to them, they can be torn.
88 miles per hour, 7 inches for the pitch break. 0-1 count by Buss. Ground ball, and he makes the catch from third, and the side is retired. It's still been a good game in game 1 of 3. As we go to top of the 9th, Tigers holding on to an 8-6 lead.
Now at the plate.
As the Tigers defense put a different pitcher, they'll be bringing in Zoe Jimenez. Zoe Jimenez making his 19th game of the season. 8 saves, has an ERA of 1.89 as we speak. Jimenez gives a sign. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 1.
Begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1.
Ball 2.
Be a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Ready with the 2-0.
Foul ball to left in the stands. Strike 1.
Now the 2-1.
Foul ball to right. Strike 2.
But this will wind up a foul ball.
Nods his head. Here's the pitch to him. Foul ball behind the batter's box. Strike 2.
He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Foul ball to right again. Strike 2 in game 1 of 3. Swing and a miss, and that's the first out for the Rangers offense. First strikeout by Zoe Jimenez. Minnesota Twins hosting the Rays 3-2.
Take a deep breath, still have 2 more outs to get.
Here comes Dustin Smoke. We're going to get something going from the Rangers offense. It's 1 for 3 with a single.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball 1.
Slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out.
Oh my! I have no idea what's been happening back there. Fly ball to the right. Foul ball to the stands. Strike 1.
Had plenty of distance though as it landed in the upper deck.
Strike 2. Metropolitans visiting the Phillies 7-1. Game 1 of 3 in the chat. On the weekends and on the weekends. The I am a creator community.
Smoke waiting on the 1-2.
Foul ball to left, strike 2.
But this will be foul. Here's another 1-2.
And he struck him out, and that's out number 2 for the Rangers offense. Time is running out for the Rangers offense, guys. Game 1 of 3. Give us one more time.
2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer.
Last chance for the Rangers. Game 1 of 3.
Without any problem.
Strike 1. Sansu 2 is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. St. Louis Cardinals hosting the Athletics 6-3. Here's Jimenez again. Strike 2. Last chance for the Rangers offense in game 1 of 3. That's the replay one more time. Jimenez nods his head. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 1.
Fastball well outside. And now this crowd of around 24,000 supporters come to their feet.
Ball 2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final.
San Diego Padres visiting the Orioles 6-1.
Impressive that he did.
Houston Astros hosting the Pirates 6-1. 2-2 by Jimenez. Foul ball to left, strike 2. Oh wow, I have no idea what's going on. And he struck him out, and the Tigers have raised to 5 losses in a row. As the Tigers are back in the winning column in game 1 of 3, guys, in the chat. As the Tigers are up to 32-45 of the season. As the Tigers hold on to win in game 1 of 3 over the Rangers 8-6. As the Tigers take game 1, hold on to win 8-6 over the Rangers. Tigers had 13 hits and 1 error. Rangers had 6 hits and 2 errors. Tigers are back in the winning column, guys, in the chat. The more people we bring in, the more we all grow, win, and always make a difference. As we speak. As we simulate the other scores. San Diego Padres going up to 32-47 over the Orioles, going up to 32-47 the season over the Orioles 6-1, 12 hits and 1 error. Stark with his 5th win of the season for the Orioles, actually for the Padres, excuse me. New York Yankees going up to 43-38, shut out the Blue Jays down to 43-37, 3-0 with 6 hits. Paxton with his 4th win of the season. Metropolitans going up to 35-46, excuse me, over the Phillies down to 47-33, 7-1 with 13 hits. DeGrom with his 8th win of the season. Boston Red Sox going up to 49-33 over the White Sox, record down to 44-35. 5-3 with 11 hits. Purcell with his 9th win. Barnes of his 28th save of the season. Cleveland Indians going up to 33-46 over the Royals down to 43-37, 9-7 with 10 hits. Drew Salazar with his 4th win. Astiro with his 10th save of the season. Washington Nationals going up to 43-36 over the Marlins 6-1 with 10 hits. Hickwison
His modest hitting streak now stands at 9 straight games. The St. Louis Cardinals put up 16 hits on the day.
Keep going. I put down keep going.
7-3. The Arizona Diamondbacks put together 10 total
That goes in with sixth win of the season.
7-4. The Rockies knocked out
Atlanta Braves going up to 36 and 45 over the Cubbies, down to 48 and 31. 8-6 with 13 hits. Foley wins with his 9th win. Mento with 16th save of the season. Minnesota Twins going up to 39 and 39 over the Rays, down to 38 and 42. 4-2 with 8 hits. Gibson with his 5th win. Rogers with his 9th save of the season. Houston Astros going up to 49 and 31 over the Pirates, 6-1, 13 hits and 1 error. McCough with his 10th win. Valdez with his 2nd save of the season. Seattle Mariners going up to 34 and 49 over the Brewers, 4-1, 8 hits and 1 error. Swarzak with his 4th win. Strickland with his 11th save of the season. As guys can see in the chat. The Cardinals going up to 42 and 37. Hold on a second, guys. I want to double check something. Okay. Going up to 42 and 37, sending the Athletics down to 47 and 34. 7-3 with 16 hits. Matt Walker with his 7th win. The Diamondbacks going up to 38 and 43 over the Dodgers, down to 44 and 37. 7-4, 10 hits. Zach Greinke with his 9th win. Avery Bradley with his 19th save of the season. The Rockies going up to 47 and 34 over the Giants, 4-1 and 10 hits. Marquez with his 6th win. All of his 15th save of the season. And the Angels going up to 39 and 41 over the Reds, down to 49-29, 9-6 with 11 hits of the game. Baudry with his 2nd win. Allen with his 24th save of the season. And the Tigers are back in the winning column. They got 2 more games with the Rangers at home. And then they will be hosting the Washington Nationals. See how that plays out good. As we double check the standings, guys, the Tigers are back in the winning column as they're 6.5 games behind the Twins. As they are still behind with the Indians, going up to 38-3 and 46. The White Sox are struggling a bit more with a 5-game skid, as they only won 3 games out of the last 10, with winning percentage of .557, down to 44 and 35. A couple of these teams of the American League Central guys from the weekends and on the weekends will continue the winnings. See how it goes for them. The Astros going up to 49-31, 2.5 games over the Athletics as we speak. Angels have won 2 games, going up to 39-41, 7.5 games behind the Athletics, going up to 39-41. As for the Mariners, they are back at square one, 5 wins in a row. It's only 5 games behind the Rangers. As the Tigers kicked their ass in game 1, 8-6. Hold on a second. The Mariners are looking to continue to 5 wins, as they're looking to continue to put the pressure on a couple of teams in the American League West as we speak. As we look at the American League wildcard guys in the chat: Athletics, Blue Jays, Royals, Yankees, Twins, Orioles, Mariners, Tigers, Indians, Rangers, Rays, and the Angels. As this list goes down for the standings. Phillies have lost 2 games, going down to 47-33, with winning percentage of .587. But the Phillies still have a 3.5 game lead over the Nationals, as the guys can still see in particular. Marlins have lost 5 games, going down to 36-42. As they're 6.5 games behind the Nationals with 36-42 record. Good news for the Metropolitans: they won 4 games, going up to 35-46. As they're looking to continue the winnings, as the Mets are looking to continue the 4 wins to put the pressure on the Braves and the Marlins. I would expect something a little bit of a mixed bag, maybe a little bit of a safe sift. See how that goes. That's to point out. The Reds have got a loss, so did the Cubs. The Reds are down to 49-29. The Cubs are down to 48-31. But the Reds still have a 1.5 game lead over the Cubs. Cardinals got a win back, going up to 42-37. That's 6 games behind the Cubbies. See how that goes. A 2-game skip between the Pirates and the Brewers, 35-42, and also 34-45. The Rockies are on a 6-game winning streak, going up to 47-34, as they're 3 games ahead of the Dodgers, down to 44-37 for the LA Dodgers. Diamondbacks got a win back, going up to 38-43. 2 wins in a row for the Padres, up to 32-47. With the Giants, which the Giants have lost 2 games as we speak, as both of those teams at the bottom list, guys, for the National League West, they are 5 games behind the Diamondbacks. See how that plays out for the top spot. As we look at the National League wildcard, guys, Cubs, Dodgers, Nationals, Cardinals, Diamondbacks, Marlins, Giants, Padres, Brewers, Mets, Braves, and the Pirates. There's still a lot of time to make up for a lot of these teams. Now this team, it's been up and down. It's been up and down for the American League East. It's been up and down for the American League East, guys, in the chat. As the Red Sox are now 44-33 of the season, from the weekends and on the weekends. And so 5 games ahead over the Blue Jays, even though there's really nothing stopping the Blue Jays. I'm thinking the Yankees can build that 1 win, which I pretty much think it won't be a problem or a desire to that point. But you know, some guys, will see how it goes. See how it goes from there, from start to finish, as it's still early. But I would imagine maybe the Yankees putting the pressure on them, putting the pressure on to the Red Sox. But the Yankees are 43-38 this season. 6-game skid for the Baltimore Orioles, as they're continuing to fucking fall apart in the series, in the season, guys. Remember, baseball does not count. Since Dragon Quest XI's been around for 78 episodes, and Final Fantasy VII 69, so it does not count. So it's all good. I would expect anything the same for the American League East. And that's going to do it. I'll tell you guys just a few other things real quick. I'll get to you guys in a moment. Alright guys, that's going to do it. Tigers erased their 5-game skid as they beat the Rangers in game 1 of 3 this morning. Hold on. The Tigers hold on to win 8-6. Tigers are up to 32-45 this season. That's what they needed a win right there. That's the fucking hold on as we speak. They got 2 more games with the Rangers, and then they'll be hosting the Washington Nationals in Detroit at home. See how it plans out. And so going to continue to catch up with a couple of teams in the National League Central, as a matter of fact. See how it plans out. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19 from the weekends and on the weekends, it won't be in the morning, since I'll be doing Borderlands 2. I gotta get that going before I get Borderlands 3 on September 13th. Final Fantasy VIII Remake, I will be buying that. I will be buying that this next week. But for the pre-order, maybe. I may just pre-order, but it all depends how it's gonna go. Because the last pre-order game that I've ever done for the PSN store, it's been a while. Let me just tell you something, guys. It's been a while. So I have no clue. Smash the like button, guys. Tweet the live stream out. Let people know that we are live, paying it forward, and being rewarded. Well, we watch our videos in full. If anybody has a Facebook and a Twitter account, to tweet it out, please. Share a comment and add it to a playlist. And we'll leave a meaningful comment down below. Once we've done the rest, we never ask any support back afterwards. When we watch our videos in full, we'd like the videos, we tweet them out, share them, and we add them to a good playlist, guys. Of the hashtag I am a creator equals hashtag pay it forward. Pay it forward and be rewarded. Never ask for support back afterwards. If you guys have a YouTube channel, if you guys want to fucking grow it, most of the time, the best man to talk to is the man who's going to be maybe live streaming soon. I'm not sure if it's maybe going to be today or not. But it will be James Cox. I'll let you guys know if there's anything going on. Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm off tomorrow. You guys will get a new episode of Borderlands 2, and then in the afternoon, I have to get back to Uncharted. I have to fucking get Uncharted going. If I'm going to be starting the Nathan Drake collection in the future. We'll see how it goes, guys. If you have any questions, type it in chat about the idol. And night to sign for the predictions. And continue to give my love and I predictions, as my love and I have been together for 793 days. Going at 794 tomorrow. So, anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Be good to one another, and be good to one another, be kind to one another, and love one another. And I'll see you guys in the morning with Borderlands 2. With you guys, we'll get a new episode of it from Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You guys have a good day. If I don't see you, I will be live in the morning. Thank you guys. Be careful.